Afternoon, VC. All right. It's interesting how we were all just kind of rolling along in 2019. And so here we are in this pandemic. My uncle just got out of an extended stay and not in an embassy suites. COVID is a motherfucker. And I don't know why so many people are still taking it so lightly, but we'll get off that. You're not here for ramblings about the world. You're here for the beer, for one, which is the Birdsong Brewing Company Mexicali Stout. I figure I need to be showing beers since I ain't seen my boy in Arizona in a while. So that's that. We'll get this rolling. And then we have, a certain allotment of records, which is, status quo around here. First record, been digging this guy. I originally dismissed this guy because, well, in fairness, some of it does sound like a bad children's birthday party. But Atomic Bomb, William Onyeber, these reissues are done superbly by Luca Bob. I think this one was from like 2015 when they reissued it. But yeah, more fantastic keys and jams and vocals from William Onyeber. I think from Nigeria. Yeah, this one's a dope one. I think Dylan has an original and just showed it recently, which is blasphemous. How do you find an original of that? Anyway, BRMC, Black Rebel Motorcycle Club, Los Angeles, California. One of my favorite rock bands. I just feel like they can do no wrong, and a lot of their songs sound the same, but they're so good that it doesn't even matter. And my friend Joe watches these videos, and I've told this story before, recorded them at Tremont Music Hall back in the day, and the Casbah just rolled up with his equipment and his mics like he does, which is epic. And we have the CD of that gig, and it's phenomenal. Their early days, their first tour. But these particular records just got some seriously dope treatment on reissue. Beat the Devil's Tattoo. This is a double on 45 RPM microgroove. Holy shit, does this sound good? Especially with my new needle. Gatefold. These are just superb pressings. Vagrant put these out. You can't really probably see this in the video, but it is like a marbled, black and gray marbled press. Yeah, and for doubles, reasonably priced, which is very nice to see, because I experienced the opposite of that last night. And we'll get into that later. But so yeah, this one is fantastic. I've had the CDs of most of their stuff for a long time, and they get a lot of play in the car still. Yeah, this one was from 2010 when this one originally came out. Great album. And then they reissued 3 of their records, and I only grabbed 2. And this is Spectre at the Feast. BMG also had something to do with putting these out with Vagrant. Yeah, also from 2010. They were a busy band that year. And this one's just real similar stuff. Real straight ahead rock. A lot of groove. It's all about groove. And happy to see these reissues because originals are extraordinarily expensive. And so these are reasonably priced. And then I picked this record up at Tip Top also when I grabbed that stuff. It was cheap. It's like 15 bucks. Soft Machine 4. Right? And it is an original pressing. But it's interesting. It's a first Pitman press without the little matrix circle in the dead wax, which for some reason makes it rare. And so this one has already been sold and going up the road. A friend of ours is a Robert Wyatt fan who's on the drums here, so this will be going to him. But gave it a spin. It's good stuff. I can find that record anywhere. So we'll grab another copy of that when the time comes. Next, I picked this record up, and I don't know why, I just started listening to it on YouTube one night. And there's some dope jams on this. And I don't have anything else really like this record. And if I remember right, this is a record that Rob at Sound Strange picked up a reissue of when he was visiting some other cities in Spain. And that is Lucio Battisti, Amor y Non Amor. This is an original pressing. And so, album from Italy. And this is a very nice gatefold copy, original, but belonged to Anita Paulman, probably from somewhere in Scandinavia, the way she accents her name. Fantastic vinyl on this, and it sounds amazing. It's heavy duty from back in the day. 1971, out of Italy, as I mentioned. Fantastic record. So yeah, and then I saw Permanent. If you're interested in this record, Permanent Records in Los Angeles has a couple of reissue copies of this for a good deal. So yeah, that's a fantastic cover. Yeah, there's that. This is a record that Kieran at Needle Groove just showed in his recent video, and a guy in Maryland was able to get me a copy in a couple of days, so here it is. I sampled it. Freaking dope. This record delivers the goods. Robertino Silva, Batteria. This is a Brazilian drummer. This is on the Carmo label from like 1983. This has a lot of diverse grooves on it. I spun this the other night. This is getting a lot of spins. I really dig this record. There's really good guitar on it from Ricardo Silveira. Yeah, this is a total Dave Wayne record. If you know his channel, El Bico Feo. This is all kinds of Dave Wayne, which is a good thing. This album cooks, but it changes up a lot too. Yeah, love this. This is gonna get spun in my DJ set at Tip Top when that happens again. When COVID is at a point where they'll do stuff with audiences again. All right, keeping going here. ESP disc, as you know, I've been collecting the label. I was able to get a hold of this. This is the Carl Berger LP. I forget the name of it. I think it's From Now On or something like that. It's called, but ESP 1041, original pressing, in pretty nice shape. Really cool labels. Got his mug on the labels, but he's a vibes player. Carlos Ward's here on alto, Henry Grimes bass, and Ed Blackwell drums. So just a freaking perfect lineup. 1967 ESP disc. So Carl Berger was another that they took a chance on. This is some of his first material. Really good record. And in the package, the guy sent a free record, and I've never heard of this particular group, but I've heard some of the players on it. This is the James Marinentic Sextet, Nimbus, on the Discovery Records label from Los Angeles. This is an 80s record, 1982. I haven't spun this yet, so this could be, I'm thinking it's going to be good, because there's Larry Willis is here on piano, Victor Lewis drums, Slide Hampton trombone, who I recognize all of them, Tom Harrell's on trumpet, who I've heard that name before. So this, I mean, this should be pretty damn good. But it is 80s. I don't know. Some of the song titles, Licks for Chicks Kicks, aren't sounding promising. Thinking that's why it was a freebie. Anyway, free record. If I don't like it, I'll trade it in. Lunchbox stop last night quickly to try to get a hold of the new J-Jazz comp. They're making those out in the UK. The great Japanese modal stuff from back in the day. They're usually double or triple LPs. I go to get it, and you know, it's a new record, so I know prices are getting up there, but $38.99. I was like, pass. No, man, I draw the line. 38. It just, to me, I don't know. It's just a bit too much for that. So I was like, well, let me just see what I can find and put together for about the same, or a little more. You know, like how many records can I get for what I would have got for just getting that? Used bin. Kowloon Walled City, Gambling on the Richter Scale. All I had was a download, which is sacrilege, but their first album, this is the silver vinyl first pressing of this. After they put it on CD only first. Yeah, Scott Evans is a goddamn genius. This is phenomenal, dirty ass heaviness from the Bay Area. Talked about this band a lot. One of the best in the world. So that was really cool. I'll show you the record. This is for showing records. Even had its own MoFi sleeve. I didn't even have to put that on there, I don't think. It's got a cool label on the silver. Show you that label. There you go. Yeah, there's another building on the other label. This is super cheap. I had really good luck at Lunchbox lately, like really good luck. This is about the fourth record the last couple of trips that just steals. And then I hadn't been through the experimental section in Lunchbox in a hell of a long time, and I don't even know why I went over there, but I did, and I pulled these couple of reissues out that were cheap, so I grabbed them. John Hassell, Vernal Equinox. You know, aware of John thanks to Alex Motor 247, and I saw Nana Vasconcelos on congas on this. You know, John Hassell, the great trumpet player, and this is a ambient affair that's freaking phenomenal. And this is on the Endia label. That John Hassell's own label, and this was reissued in 2020, originally put out in 1977. Yeah, phenomenal. There's synths on here, all kinds of great stuff. And then right there in the bin was this, the Entourage Music and Theater Ensemble, the Neptune Collection on Folkways. Reissue. This was originally put out in 1976 on Folkways, and this is their 2020 reissue. Folkways is phenomenal stuff, always. So, and I know that I think Dom just got an original of this, or Alex, or both, or maybe they both already had it. I can't remember. So I thought I'd give this a whirl. Also cheap, so. And then it doesn't get any cheaper than Discord. And one of the last Fugazis I didn't have, Red Medicine, and these are like 13 bucks, brand new, remastered too. So this is like the 2016 remaster. So this sounds incredible. I spun this last night. I mean, you can't go wrong with Fugazi. I think my friend Joe actually found an original of this for a good deal at Tip Top a few years ago. But these, I'm perfectly happy with these cheap Discord reissues because they keep to the same everything with these. Same type of pressing, card stock, I mean everything. It's just like nothing's changed with them from the 90s. This originally came out in 1995. So, yeah, very cool. And then last but not least, you know, some dollar bin fodder that you normally see. Mahavishnu Orchestra, Visions of the Emerald Beyond. And this is an original press on Columbia. This one's the Gatefold. Some freaking wild Mahavishnu. You know, McLaughlin tearing it up. Yeah, I mean, who else is on this? Jean-Luc Ponty throwing down in the group on this one. Yeah, I think it was like 1975, somewhere around there. Everybody knows this record. I only had one Mahavishnu record, so I thought, what the hell? We'll get this because normally when I see this, it's absolutely shit canned. So there's a nice copy of that. So got that all for just a bit more than what I would have paid after tax for the one double. That's how you do work. All right, what do we got next? Some mail call. Steve Carlson is trying to destroy me. So he's sending me videos now from Radio Wasteland in Michigan when he goes in there, which is all the time. So I got some 7 inches because they're 7 inches, and this one here was really cheap. This is Chrome Torque Pound on the A side, with a really cool car on the cover, and Manor Astroman on the B side, with a really cool car on the back cover. That is the fabulous Hudson Hornet, which I have seen in person. It is housed here in Charlotte, North Carolina at the NASCAR Hall of Fame upstairs on like the third, I think it's the 3rd floor it's on. And I got a picture on my computer somewhere of it. Legendary car that used to race in Daytona out on the beach. But yeah, Manor Astroman from Alabama, great surf rock band. Anything I see from them, I try to grab because it's always solid. And they're actually playing a show in Atlanta on the 19th with Maserati and God, who else? I forget. Another great band from the Atlanta area, from Atlanta. But I already have plans that day, so there's that. But also was this one from Big Black, Rima. And this is a fairly rare 7-inch. Phil and Flash did the photo on the back, famous photographer of the band, and of course Mr. Steve Albini, his band. This is one of their early 7s. Freaking hell of a good punk 7. This is on Forced Exposure. There you go. And Ricarda advised me that, and I forget her name. She did the photograph on the cover. It was not Phil and Flash did the front cover photo. He just did the back cover. Thank you, Ricarda, for pointing that out. Next up, I've been trying to get all of these. There were 2 left. Now I only have 1 left to find. They're fairly difficult. I've just been waiting until a cheap one shows up in the States. So here's the X 6.6 of the series. It's a series of 7 inches, but there was in this there's a special sleeve that came with one of the 7s, and then the last that they sent was this 12-inch. This is great punk from the Netherlands. I've talked about them a bunch, but this has all the inserts. So there's a 7-inch sleeve in here with leaflets and a sticker, and the awesome labels that they always have on their records. Absolutely love the X. See if I can show you some of these inserts. This is a really cool 7-inch sleeve on the inside that you can use for any 7 you want, which is just really cool. And a bunch of the inserts. The inserts are just a lot of words, trust me. Sam would approve of said words. As this beer, I would hope. Cheers, everybody. Who says that? I forget. Anyway. Thomas Stanko, Polish, on the Polish jazz label Music 81. I didn't have any records of his, so here's the first. On the Polish jazz label, the Muza Polskie Nagrania Warsaw Muza label. Fantastic trumpet player from Poland. So I haven't spun this one yet. This just came in the door. So looking forward to that. Speaking of Mr. Stanko, this gem, Dennis Gonzalez and Farouk Z-Bey, the Northwoods Improvisers Septet, hymn for Thomas Stanko. So their kind of dedication to the man. And this is a thing of beauty right here. Recorded in 04 and 05. You got Mike Gilmore on vibes on this. Another recognizable name. I don't know any of the other players really from this group. I only have one other record I've been able to find from Farouk Z-Bey, but Jim and Sherv are big on this artist and introduced me to this artist, and just a beautiful, beautiful sounding player of the saxophone. Just amazing. He plays tenor and alto and gong on this. Phenomenal record. I'll show you the record on this. Red. It's kind of an orangish red with some splatter. Cool label. There's a few other Farouk Z-Bey records I'd like to find, but they're nearly impossible. I guess there was pretty short runs of those. All right, let's see here. One of these packages, I think maybe it was that one. The seller sent me a bunch of CDs for free, and I don't know what any of these are going to be. I'll show them anyway. Let's see, there's this one. Not sure what it is. Custom Floor. And I think that was the name of the shop. So maybe they named their band after their shop or something. I don't know. This has got a cool wheel on the back cover and bridge on the front. So that one looks interesting. This one's Majestic Carpet Floor CD. No idea about these, so this is gonna be fun. This one's just got guitars on it. No idea. And then another one from Carpet Floor, Hovering Pillows. This one has a really cool cover and then back cover. I mean, check that stuff out. I mean, just looking at the instruments, this looks like it's probably going to be pretty festive. I don't know. Free CDs. So these will go in the car for travel to work and back. Just check those out, see what it's all about. Free CDs, can't say no to that. And so today I had planned to not go to Noble Records. He had a big jazz drop, a lot of sealed originals, a lot of Coltrane, a lot of Miles Davis, which I have all the Coltrane. The Miles Davis is some of the later stuff, which I don't have any interest in really. There was one record in his video that I was interested in, that was Jazz Sahara. And so I sent him a message to see how much it was, and it was really, really good deal. So I was like, all right, I'll go up and see if that record's still there. So I went up and I dug around the bins and found it, and Ahmed Abdul Malik's Jazz Sahara, Middle Eastern Music with Johnny Griffin, an original stereo pressing, stereophonic press from what, 1958? I want to say this is from. This is from way back. But yeah, Ahmed plays the oud and the bass, and I love the sound of the oud, and this is a masterpiece of a record. Getting more difficult to find for some reason. It's on Riverside. I mean, this thing's a sturdy piece of wax in really nice shape. The cover is just annihilated, hence the super cheap price on this. So I was very pleased because I don't care about the cover being torched on these old jazz records. It's fine with me. I mean, I'm not going to play. We say it all the time. We're not going to play the cover. Now with new records, yeah, I want my cover mint. These old 50s records, if it's not in nice shape, great. If it's, as long as the record's fine, I'm good. And the record's very fine on this, so very stoked. This is going to be a nice one. And then in the same bin, I saw this record, and here's Bolsete with an oud. I was like, all right. I mean, if I'm gonna get some oud stuff, well, let's get some oud stuff. And this was really cheap, super cheap record. This is in fantastic shape. This is on Verve. This is a Gatefold. He's a South American guitarist. So yeah, I've got only one other record of Bolsete, so I thought this would be a good one to go with. It's the Monterey Jazz Festival, who's in California, so usually these guys would really step up their game whenever playing these festivals. And this one's produced by Creed Taylor, but you got Sebastian Neto on bass and Paulinho on the drums, with Mr. Bolsete on guitar. So that's going to be, even though it looks like an oud to me, this should be a fantastic listen. And then last but not least, a record I've never seen in a shop before in person. I've seen it pop up in a lot of the shops in Washington, D.C. They've always wanted way too much for the record. Like, just like, okay, whatever. This one was a really good deal, and so I grabbed it. It's a Booker Ervin, The Freedom Book. This is a 1964 stereo promo on Prestige. Jackie Byard's on piano, Richard Davis bass, Alan Dawson on the drums. I had no Booker Ervin records. All the jazz records I had no Booker Ervin. I never come across his stuff down here, weirdly enough. I can find just about anything else, but Booker Ervin, forget it. Well, here it was at Noble, in beautiful shape. So that's what we got. Lengthy video. Hope you're all well. Peace.